Good morning, Parkside. Welcome to this week's encouragement video. Thanks for tuning in. Just yesterday, I was diving into Genesis chapter 33 for some early sermon prep work early in this week, getting ready for Sunday. And I just found some remarkable stuff. And I just want to give you a brief preview this morning of what we're going to talk about on Sunday, what God has for us in Genesis 33, because it encouraged me. And I think it'll encourage you to be thinking about it, to be reading ahead and seeing what God has in his word as we prepare to worship together again on Sunday. So Genesis 32, of course, was last Sunday. Jacob wrestles with God. God dislocates his hip. Jacob is now walking with a limp. He's encountered God, a God who would become weak and become a lot near to him. He's walking with a limp, but he's encountered grace in a personal way. Remember, we said grace wasn't what you expected. It cut to Jacob's core, and it came to him through weakness. And in chapter 33, after encountering the grace of God, we find Jacob seeking to show grace to Esau. This is a total twist in the plot because Jacob has not shown grace to Esau ever before. He's been hostile to Esau. And he doesn't just try to reconcile relationally. Jacob looks at his possessions, and in Genesis 33:11, Jacob says, I have enough. Esau, I want to give to you. Think about that. That's a total flip for Jacob. His entire life has been saying, more, more, more. How do I get more from Esau? How do I get more from my dad? How do I get more children from this wife or that wife? How do I get more possessions from Laban? And now he looks and he says, no, I have enough. I've been impacted by grace. Because I've received grace, now I can give grace. Friends, it's a remarkable story to read. And at the very end, he goes and he purchases land in the promised land and sets up an altar and worships the Lord. And you could just see this guy has been changed. And so it's encouraging for us to think about, to see, here's how grace changes someone. Instead of being so concerned for what I can get and how I can promote myself, Jacob is now concerned with, how can I show grace to my brother Esau, even if he doesn't deserve it? How do I look at the things I have and say, Lord, you've given me so much. I have enough. I can freely give to others. There's a lot to think about. I'm evaluating myself right now, even as I prayerfully consider the passage and what the Lord would have me to say on Sunday from his word. But I think there's a lot for us to consider. The way that we receive grace impacts how we give grace. Park said, I want to invite the men this Saturday to our breakfast at 7:30 in the Ablaze room. If you are interested in coming, you've not registered yet, email Pastor Casey ASAP. I think the registration closed last night, but if you can get an email to him ASAP, I think we'll be able to get you worked in. His email is Casey, Kasey, at parkside.org. Whether or not you can make it to the men's breakfast this Saturday, Parkside, I look forward to seeing you this coming Sunday for Genesis 33. Have a great week.